nightmare. They were singing mass when the shooter shot through the stained glass.
The shots were like right next to me. I just ran under the pew.
Then, Taylor Swift engagement secrets revealed straight from Travis's dad.
She was getting maybe a little antsy.
The secret garden where his bended knee proposal took place. 2,000 flowers. And how you can get Taylor's engagement look.
I love it. It looks just like Taylor Swift's engagement dress.
And wedding in the dust. The bride and groom caught in the apocalyptic dust storm on their big day.
And the coffee shop owner who came to their rescue.
What can I do to try to make their day that much more special?
Wait till you see where they had their first dance. Plus,
Cardi, are you happy to finally be telling your side of the story?
Cardi B takes the stand.
Hello?
How she hit back at the female security guard who says the singer clawed her face with razor-sharp nails.
Then, Hurricane Katrina, 20 years later.
The storm that changed America.
And Cracker Barrel about face.
Now telling millions of customers, forget about it.
They're bringing back the original logo.
Yeah, baby. They listen.
Now, Inside Edition with Eva Pilgrim.
Hello and thanks for joining us. I'm Eva Pilgrim. As students sat in their pews praying, a man armed with a rifle and a shotgun opened fire during back-to-school mass, killing at least 2 children. The shooter has been identified, and as Les Trent reports, he has a close connection to the school.
Tears and hugs, an all too familiar scene in America after yet another school shooting. Parents racing to check on their children.
CNN breaking news.
This is a reported shooting at Annunciation Church. It's just a heartbreaking day.
It happened at Annunciation Catholic School in South Minneapolis during a school mass. This was the first week of classes. The school had just posted photos of students excited to start the new school year. But that joy turned to terror as 30 to 50 shots rang out.
Active shooter inside Annunciation Church. A male wearing all black with a rifle was last seen up at the playground.
During the mass, a gunman approached on the outside, on the side of the building, and began firing a rifle through the church windows towards the children sitting in the pews at the mass.
Within seconds of this situation beginning, our teachers were heroes. Children were ducked down. Adults were protecting children. Older children were protecting younger children.
This 10-year-old student was there.
It was like shots fired, and then we kind of like got under the pews.
2 children were killed. 1 8, the other 10. 17 were injured. Authorities say the shooter took his own life.
Hey, y'all.
He's been identified as 23-year-old Robin Westman, who had no known criminal history. His social media pages have been taken down, but this video is believed to be from his page. It shows guns and ammunition laid out on a bed. This appears to be a hand-drawn layout of a church that Westman then stabs with a knife.
Hope you can read that.
There's also a 4-page handwritten letter to his family and friends. He writes, "I am not well. I am not right. I know this is wrong, but I can't seem to stop myself."
Sometimes these shootings take place for no reason at all, just because you have a very sick individual.
His mother worked at the church until she retired in 2021. This video of students singing was taken a few months ago during happier times. Minneapolis Mayor Jacob Frey fought back tears.
It was the first week of school. They were in a church. These are kids that should be learning with their friends. They should be playing on the playground. They should be able to go to school or church in peace without the fear or risk of violence, and their parents should have the same kind of assurance.
The head of the FBI said today that the shooting will be investigated as an act of domestic terrorism and a hate crime against Catholics. On a much happier note, Swifties are still celebrating Taylor and Travis's engagement. No surprise, going viral. Now, her diehard fans doing what they do, picking apart those official engagement photos, looking for clues. As Allison Hall reveals, there are secrets to be learned if you look closely.
We're learning secrets about the engagement. Travis got down on bended knee 2 weeks ago on Sunday, August 10th, in the backyard of his $6 million mansion outside Kansas City. He created this enchanted secret garden with over 2,000 flowers around the gazebo.
He was going to put it off till this week. I think she was getting maybe a little antsy. But
Travis's dad, Ed Kelsey, is spilling secrets about the fairy tale proposal. Travis and Taylor had just finished taping the Kelsey Brothers New Heights podcast.
he said, let's go out and have a glass of wine. They got out there, and that's when he asked her.
Ever the gentleman, Travis asked Taylor's dad, Scott Swift, for her hand in marriage. Swiftie sleuths are analyzing the engagement photos. Look at the time on her Cartier watch. It's 4:54 p.m. When you add those numbers together, you get, what else? Taylor's favorite number, 13. Taylor and Travis both wore Ralph Lauren. The pop star donned a striped silk blend dress with adjustable shoulder straps. Price tag, $398. But it's sold out everywhere. I found a similar style at Hill House Home in New York. I love it. It looks just like Taylor Swift's engagement dress. The big news led to this announcement inside a classroom at the University of Tennessee.
We were supposed to have a biochem midterm today, but Taylor and Travis just got engaged. No way. Due to this information, I can't focus, you all can't focus, classes can't focus out of here.
Anytime that Taylor Swift announces significant news, I always call it a tornado because it does literally set the internet and the world takes it by storm.
Well, a big congratulations to the happy couple. And speaking of getting married, we're learning today that right in the middle of that monster dust storm that engulfed Phoenix, there was a bride and groom trying to celebrate their wedding day. Here's Ann Mercagliano.
A bride and groom say their I do's inside a courthouse.
I do.
Got married, quick 5 minutes. But when newlyweds Becca and Jamie Hamm went outside to take their wedding photos, they found themselves smack in the path of that massive dust storm that struck the Phoenix area. Madison Ruley is their photographer.
It's so thick that you can barely open your eyes and it's like getting in your mouth.
But all was not lost. The newlyweds fled down the street with their photographer to try to find shelter. That's when a total stranger who owns a nearby coffee shop saw their plight and came to the rescue.
I'm just thinking, okay, like, there's a wedding party here. What can I do to try to make their day that much more special?
Paul Rupus invited them all inside his shop, Aristocrat Coffee Roasters, and threw an impromptu reception that included ice cream fed to each other, wedding cake style, of course, and music played on an old school turntable. The newlyweds had their first dance while outside the massive storm was raging through the streets.
He made like lattes with heart shapes on them. It was just really, really sweet.
Despite a monster dust storm brewing outside, a joyous wedding took place thanks to a kind-hearted coffee shop owner.
I told him, I'm like, you should be a wedding coordinator.
So much love, and what a story they have to tell. Well, Cardi B takes the stand in her own defense. The rapper in court fighting accusations from a female security guard who says Cardi B scratched her with her famously long nails. But as Jim Murray reports, Cardi B told the court the guard was the aggressor.
Cardi, are you happy to finally be telling your side of the story? Cardi B returns to a Los Angeles court to face this former security guard who's suing, claiming the singer cut her left cheek with a 3-inch fingernail and violently struck her in the head, face, and body. Cardi B claims that you were following her and you recorded her and she didn't touch you. What do you have to say? The singer, who's known for her elaborate long nails, is accused of clawing at the security guard, Imani Ellis's face, when Cardi was pregnant with her first child in 2018. But Cardi testified today she didn't harm the security guard.
I was pregnant. I couldn't protect myself, even if I wanted to. She's like twice my size.
You said she's bigger than you? Is that correct?
Absolutely.
How do you know that?
I mean, look.
Today, Cardi B also testified that the security guard started the trouble by following her, recording her, and screaming obscenities to get out of the building while Cardi B was pregnant, visiting a doctor in Beverly Hills.
Why were you concerned?
Because I'm pregnant, and this girl's about to beat my... Hello?
But the former former security guard testified it was Cardi B who assaulted her.
The whole incident was super traumatizing for me. She did a lot that day.
The singer, who's worn a different wig each day in court this week, was asked about her fingernails, and jurors were shown this photo from around the time of the incident.
How long were your nails when you were speaking or arguing or whatever you were doing with your nails?
They were 1 inch.
Who knew Cardi B's trademark nails would be Exhibit A in court? Cardi, are you happy to finally be telling your side of the story?
Well, Cracker Barrel fans are celebrating today. After a loud public outcry, the restaurant has done an about-face, and as Stephen Fabian tells us, is going back to their original logo.
Cracker Barrel has pulled the plug on their new logo.
Cracker Barrel is now telling millions of customers, forget about it.
The company folding to pressure from customers and even President Trump, and scrapping their modern makeover.
We did it. We bullied Cracker Barrel enough to change their new logo back to the old one.
Yeah, baby. They listen. They listen.
It's only been 1 week since Cracker Barrel announced it would be replacing its iconic signage, which of course has been an older guy in a chair sitting next to a barrel with a stripped-down logo, as well as changing their menu and decor. But the backlash has been intense.
Why would you change something so perfect?
This is a dumb idea. Their stock is plummeting.
Cracker Barrel stock dropped, then President Trump weighed in. Cracker Barrel should go back to the old logo, he declared yesterday on social media. Admit a mistake. Make Cracker Barrel a winner again. And sure enough, 8 hours later, the cracker cracked, and the logo was back. We said we would listen, and we have. Our new logo is going away, and our old-timer will remain, Cracker Barrel announced.
Well, we have breaking news tonight.
The cracker listened to Trump.
The move praised by the president. Congratulations, Cracker Barrel, on changing your logo back to what it was. Good luck into the future. Make lots of money. What do you know? The stock price shot back up today.
For a brand to switch back this quickly, I've never heard of it. But it shows where we are today in the role that public opinion plays in all things.
And check out this meme created with AI. The president doing a celebratory dance with the Cracker Barrel dude.
20 years ago, Hurricane Katrina devastated the Gulf Coast. Today, it still ranks among the deadliest storms in U.S. history. On this anniversary, it's remembered not only because of the destruction, but also for the resilience of the people.
It's been 20 years since the devastation of Hurricane Katrina. 1,400 people lost their lives. Good Morning America's Robin Roberts, a Mississippi native, rushed to the Gulf Coast to cover the storm.
I had lost contact with my family. My mother was unable to evacuate because of health reasons. And so to get there the morning after and not going to go on the air until I found her.
Once on TV, she broke down talking to Charlie Gibson.
You hadn't been able to make contact with your own family yet. Have you done so?
They're okay.
They're okay?
Now, 2 decades later, Roberts is returning to the region for an ABC special airing Friday. Hurricane Katrina, 20 years after the storm with Robin Roberts. Also marking the 20th anniversary is the new documentary, Hope in High Water, which streams on Peacock starting Friday.
Can you even believe that all that time has passed?
It's pretty incredible.
It's produced by Pulitzer Prize-winning journalist Tremaine Lee, who was a young newspaper reporter in New Orleans when Katrina hit.
So there's one thing to lose property or even family albums, memories, but there's a piece of Katrina that will stick with folks forever. The idea of trauma that you cannot disentangle yourself from.
2 decades ago, Inside Edition was covering Katrina and its aftermath. I was one of the first reporters on the ground.
There is still a couple of inches of mud on the ground. There's a body bag right here.
I walked through nursing homes where dozens of elderly patients perished when the waters rose.
Look how high that water line is. I don't even have to tell you what the smell is like in here.
Our Paul Boyd reported from inside the Superdome where thousands sought refuge.
I don't think anyone ever imagined something like this could happen.
20 years later, as well as Katrina's wrath, there is also the story of resilience as New Orleans rebuilt after the storm that stunned America.
And there will never be another hurricane called Katrina. The National Weather Service has retired the name.
Next.
There's a bear in our house.
Make yourself at home, why don't you? Then, you gotta have heart.
The ailing little girl who couldn't wait to give Dad a heartfelt message.
Are you serious? Oh my goodness.
Inside Edition with Eva Pilgrim will be right back.
This guy was charged by a bear right on his own front porch.
Leaving for work at 4 in the morning, Alexander Rojas spots something terrifying on the lawn of his Florida home. It's a black bear running through the yard. There are 2 of them. Seconds later, this. The camera stops recording, but the belligerent bear lunged right at Alexander, who suffered puncture wounds, lacerations, and nerve damage to his arm and rib cage. Luckily, Alexander's girlfriend, Hannah, was home and rushed him straight to the ER.
It's like a scream like I've never heard before. And he's like, I just got bit by a bear.
And speaking of close encounters,
The bear in the house, Alyssa.
an uninvited guest just joined the party at this California home.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Strolling into the kitchen, the giant beast goes right for the good stuff, puttering through the fridge like he owns the place.
He's in the fridge. He's in the fridge.
The nosy intruder scales the kitchen counter, standing upright on his hind legs, looking for more goodies. Look what the bear does next.
It just opened the door.
Guess he got the hint.
There's a bear in our house.
That is just wild. Coming up, a little girl gets the best news in the world. Her wish for a new heart just came true.
An 11-year-old girl is sitting in her hospital bed, FaceTiming with her dad.
That's something I want to tell your parents, alright?
She's about to receive news that will change her life. A doctor leans over and whispers something in her ear.
Hi, Daddy.
What?
I'm getting the heart.
What?
I'm getting the heart.
Are you serious? Oh my goodness. Hi. Oh my goodness, Ava. Oh my gosh. Oh, kiddo.
Ava Cooper is super excited. She was born with multiple heart defects and had her first open heart surgery at just 6 days old, and 3 more by the time she was 5. But last year when Ava was 10, she went into heart failure. A heart transplant became her best option, so the waiting began. She spent Halloween, Christmas, and Valentine's Day at the Cleveland Clinic. Finally, after 215 days and nights, came that amazing news.
I'm getting the heart.
We spoke to Ava and her parents, Sean and Jamie. Pretty special that Ava got to tell you herself.
Oh my gosh, it's an unforgettable moment. I was over the moon for.
That's Mom sobbing as Ava tells Dad the good news.
That's the ugly mom cry, as they say.
Dr. Madeline Townsend is Ava's cardiologist.
I wanted her to tell her family, and I wanted to be able to record that so that they could remember that really life-changing moments in her own words.
The next day, Ava successfully underwent the 14-hour transplant surgery. After a month recovering in the hospital, she is finally able to go home. Must have felt pretty good to get to go home, Ava. Yeah.
To have her be here in our home, where she belongs, right? Recovering and healing and getting stronger every day and healthy. That's all, this is all worth it to me.
I'm getting the heart.
We're wishing her the best. Coming up, a pint-sized Swiftie. Finally, a little Swiftie breaks big news from her bedroom.
Hey everybody, it's Nora Ruth Ramsey. We're live from my bedroom. Got big news. Taylor Swift is engaged. Travis Kelce. Hold on to your teddy bears, ladies, because we got them prepared. The biggest wedding ever. Back to you at the station.
She's so cute. We'll see you next time.